This mic sounds better. Type a 2 if this mic sounds better. And then we'll move that. We'll get that out of the way. All right. Hey. We'll rock with this. That's crazy. Anyways, if y'all got questions, man, drop them in the chat. Hearing the hiss, sound quality is better, but now with a lime chip hiss. I hear. Okay, so y'all hear the hissing too. I have not lost my mind. Look, watch this. The hissing went away, right? It's gone. I'm literally pressing down on the interface. Now I let it go. It's hissing again. That's crazy. And I don't understand why. That's crazy. That tap it and it goes away. I don't know. I think it's the interface. I may have to get another one. We'll see. So the hissing's gone now on my end. AI, man. AI is the hot topic. It's been a wild week in terms of AI. We got a lot going on. We had the whole Suno Timbaland situation. We got the major labels in talks with Suno and Udio and negotiating licensing and things like that. That could go anywhere. The other day, Coca-Cola just launched a record label. That's wild. So it's a lot going on and it's moving rapidly. So yeah, it's been interesting. It's been busy, and yeah, we're just going along for the ride and seeing how this stuff pans out. But luckily, I'm back on the stream. AI didn't replace my stream, so I guess we're good to go. Jason got a question. Then we're gonna bring Chuck up. Chuck just called in. Jason says, if you are working with a music library and they say there is no deadline, what is your advice on getting them music in a timely fashion? So if they don't give me a deadline, I'll just set my own deadline just so I don't forget about it. Because like if you don't give me a deadline, that joint ain't in my calendar, like I will forget about it and just get distracted with everything else. So I would say set your own deadline, whatever is reasonable for you, depending on how many tracks it is, and also kind of prioritize whatever else you got going on, right? So the way I prioritize is, it depends on the budget. I'll prioritize based on budget and I'll prioritize based on deadline. If you don't give me a deadline and the budget isn't as much as maybe another project that doesn't have a deadline, then I'll go with whichever one is paying first. I'll knock that one out first. And then if there's nothing, there's no incentive, then, I'll just set it after I get everything else that's on my plate done. So that's how I usually roll with it. And then obviously if things kind of change or need to shift, then just reach out to them and, go from there pretty much. Timbaland out here getting bodied in the AI arguments. Thoughts and prayers though. Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, he got like mass attacked virtually. It's crazy. So yeah, that's what I would do. That's wild, man. We got rid of the hissing by like squeezing a knob. The above mic is the one that sounds better, not the desk one. Oh, see, well, we on this one. We on this one now. But yeah, I think it's crazy. So, well, I thought we had somebody to call in, but it's all good. FYM Beats. Ready to pitch for the first time, sports orchestral music. 1, should I send directly an album, 10 tracks, or just some songs? 2nd, should I send beats I made me alone or a mix of mine and collab? Great question. So first, should I send directly an album, 10 tracks, or just some songs? Since it's like a theme, sports orchestral music, I would send I would send the whole album. I would send it as an album because it's kind of like it's a theme. It's a, you know, all the tracks are like common sounding tracks or whatever based on this one theme. I would submit the whole album. Number two, and I think that's a great approach because now you got like 10 tracks versus a couple tracks getting signed, and then they'll probably pitch that whole project as a whole to their clients, which means it could potentially increase the amount of placements you get. The album play's been a good play. Yeah, album play's been a good play lately. Second, should I send beats I made alone or a mix of mine? Either or. I mean, they don't care, man. Like if you got a couple collabs, just let them know. You know, there's some co-writers on here, and then they'll let you know whatever the next steps are in regards to that, and then you keep it moving from there. Or if it's just you, even easier. But yeah, they don't mind collabs as long as, you know, well, I'll say they don't mind collabs as long as there's no potential clearance issues. For example, if you collab with someone and they are signed as a producer or a writer with a major publisher, then that could cause some issues. They may not like that. But if they're independent as well and they're easy to get in touch with and you got splits and all that stuff sorted out, it shouldn't be an issue. So yeah, Rich says, I hear everyone talking about sending a playlist to libraries for submissions, but I'm not sure what that means. Make a Spotify playlist and an email with a list of links, something else. Great question, Rich. So let's clarify what we mean when we say submit a playlist to music libraries and things like that. So a playlist is something, there's multiple services where you can do it. The one I prefer personally is disco.ac. But there's other ones out there that kind of do the same thing, like Real Crafter. Shout out to Real Crafter. They were one of the sponsors at Shades of Sync last year. And Disco, Real Crafter. There's some other one, like I heard about Swayzeo. I've never used it, but it seems like they kind of have a similar setup. But what it does is it allows you to create specific playlists for pitches, right? So you can create a wide variety of demo reels. You'll see it when we do live music reviews a little bit later tonight. You know, a lot of people in the community use Disco, and you'll see like it's just literally a playlist that allows you to stream. You could enable an option for them to download so they can stream only, they can stream and or download, or, you know, whatever. It gives them options, and it also includes metadata, and you can include lyrics, you know, writer info, contact info. Makes it really convenient when you're pitching music. That's what we mean when we say a playlist. You don't want to use like a Spotify playlist because that's not going to allow them to do what they need to do. If they don't have Spotify on their phone or whatever, say they're on the go, it's a music supervisor or something, or a coordinator, and they're like listening on the go, may not be convenient. They may prefer Apple Music over Spotify or Tidal over Spotify. So it's when you use a service like Disco or like a Real Crafter, it's going to open up conveniently no matter what device they're on. If it's mobile, it's going to be clean and easy to play from mobile. If it's on a computer, it's going to be easy and clean to play on a computer. iPad, same thing. It just makes it easy when you're sharing stuff, and it doesn't eat up their email space if you're versus like attaching MP3s and WAV files and stuff like that. And don't use Google Drive, please. Save everybody the headache, and do not use that, because man, those permissions, man, yeah, just don't do that. Don't do that. I have used box.com when I first started. It was free. Sometimes I still use Box, depending, like sometimes they may ask for a box. I've had some where they ask for WeTransfers. But I usually don't do WeTransfers too much just because it may expire. So, all right, we got Jason, man. Let's bring Jason up. Looks like he has a question. Yo, Jason, can you hear me, bro? Uh-oh, you just went mute.
I'm so sorry about that, man. I didn't have a question. I was just trying to log on.
Oh,
and I
you're
just
good.
realized you were alive. So I'm so sorry about that. I'll I'll
It's
I'll just continue listening.
it's all good, man. Take it easy.
All
All
right.
right. Yeah, man. DJ Rail says, right, just saw a video today where he trained AI on a hip hop producer instrumental. Crazy. Oh man, yeah. It's a lot of it's a lot of things going out there, rumors and whatnot. Lamar Franklin, hear you well. Okay, dope. No doubt. Yeah. Google Drive, yeah, thumbs down to Google Drive. Yep, indeed. Yeah, so yeah, man, it's definitely been a lot. It's been a lot. If they ask you for your MySpace link, it's a scam. 100%. Like, just assume it's a scam if they mention MySpace. Also, Universal Music will not ask you for $200 to submit music to them. I've been seeing that one float around, which is wild. Like, yo, a major corporation like literally asking you for a couple $100 is hilarious to me. Like, and then like it's crazy because in the email that like they'll say like, yo, you know, if we move forward, like we'll fly you out and this and that. But it's like, well, if you're gonna do that, why am I paying you $200 when my flight and hotel is gonna be more than that? Aaron says Tom would never scam. We just got a power flash here in New Jersey, rain coming, but my MacBook and connection still holding up for now. Oh man, weren't y'all having a storm a couple weeks ago when we were live? I know we've been getting rain like, man, most of the week. So it's been crazy. Yeah, it's been crazy. But I agree. Tom was a trustworthy person during the MySpace days with his white tee. It like this profile picture just never changed. That is crazy. Jason Dowdy says, not really a question, but a testimony to the Sync Producer Growth Pack. I've hired a VA using Upwork, spun up Asana, and I am able to get a lot more music made with my time freed up. That's a win.